Hi there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Josh Mansfield. I'm a teacher with the Demon. With me, Nathan Fox, one of the founders of LSATdemon.com and the weekly podcast Thinking LSAT. Nate, today we've got an email from DeMarvin. Subject is taking advantage of Demon Live.
Hello, I'm DeMarvin. I took a diagnostic in August of 2023 and got a 144. Fast forward to August 2024, I started studying with LSAT Demon with the basic plan. I studied for a month and got a 156 with roughly 30 hours of drilling. But after August ended, I started my 2-year master's program and haven't been studying. Now it's mid-March and I've started back to studying for the LSAT this week, and I switched over to the live plan. What do you recommend I do with the live plan that isn't available with the basic plan, aside from the classes, which I intend to watch asynchronously? Or any general tips moving forward? Best, DeMarvin. Um, so I want to start by saying, DeMarvin, you might be subscribed to the wrong plan. If you're not going to come to the live classes, then I don't think you need a Demon Live subscription. I actually think you should save yourself $100 a month and downgrade to the premium subscription. LSAT Demon Premium gives you access to all the recorded classes. So if you're doing asynchronous study, the premium plan is going to give you what you want there. The live plan, I would really encourage you to go to classes and ask questions, because you can make progress sometimes in a just, it's quicker because you get to have your issue addressed on the spot with me or with Josh or with Ben or with any of our other amazing teachers. I would say that, you're kind of doing it wrong. If you're a Demon Live subscriber and you're not participating in classes, I think you're doing it wrong, or at least you're paying too much. And I think you could downgrade to the premium subscription. Anything, what are you thinking for DeMarvin?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. What I might recommend is, I think sometimes students have an all or nothing mentality. Like, oh, most of these classes are during while I work, or I'm not available during the week, and so I'm going to watch them back. Like, DeMarvin, take advantage. I'm sure you can find one class or two classes that you could watch live, and go and make sure to make the most of those classes. Volunteer, ask questions.
Yeah.
I've had students that I literally say, when you show up to class on Monday, I'm going to ask you to volunteer because I need to see you do a question. And that's the benefit that Nate's talking about. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can watch a lot of them asynchronously. I watched a ton of them asynchronously when I was like driving to work and stuff. I would just put it on and listen. But I would always pick my couple of classes that I wanted to attend live, where I could really engage and work with the teacher.
Yeah.
There are a couple. Oh, go ahead. Were you going to say something else?
Well, I just was going to talk about the schedule a little bit. I mean, we have a class at 8 a.m. Eastern on Thursdays, a logical reasoning class with Beatrice. That's 8 a.m. on Thursdays. Maybe you can do that class before work. We also have a 9 a.m. on Friday. Josh teaches two 9 a.m.s, one on Monday, one on Wednesday. These are all East Coast time. It's even earlier if you're West Coast, it's 5 or 6 a.m. these classes start. We also have classes that start pretty late. Like, for example, on Tuesday, we have a 9:30 p.m. Eastern class with Stuart. That's a logical reasoning class. Thursday nights, we've got a 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday nights, we've got an 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And that's not even getting to the 3 classes on Saturday and 3 more classes on Sunday. So yeah, there are, 10 live classes there, DeMarvin, that you might consider attending before work, after work, or on a weekend.
Yeah. In addition to the live classes, that's obviously the biggest perk. We have a couple others. We have a live admissions course for live students.
That's
Is things like your personal statement, applications, how to negotiate scholarships, where to apply, when to apply, what your resume should look like. Awesome materials, and that's currently available for live subscribers. So
Yeah.
that's another perk that you get, and that is asynchronous as well. You get access to a completely independent help button. It's an ask button that is just about admissions, and so really can help you work through the admissions process. And then we also offer a live 15-minute free consultation that's designed to help you get started, help you build a study plan, recommend which classes to go to, give you suggestions on, how to study best, how to take advantage of these resources. Those are, I'd say, the 2 other resources that come with being a Demon Live subscriber outside of just the classes themselves that differentiate it from a premium
That's
membership.
true, and I believe that we're gonna open that up to everybody, once a month, so if
I
you're a
think
live
so.
subscriber, you should be able to schedule a 15-minute consult with, Josh or with Ryan or with another one of our tutors to just give a have a one-on-one, like, mentoring sorta check-in,
Yeah.
and that's available to live subscribers only. DeMarvin, hopefully that was helpful. I do want to say congratulations. I mean, you've already improved 12 points. 144 is a great diagnostic, and you've improved to a 156 just with our basic plan. I think you could probably get another 12 points and end up in the high 160s. I would expect that if somebody starts with a 144 diagnostic, they're going to end up at least in the 160s. So keep going. Sounds like you're doing a lot of the right stuff.
Might take you a little more than 30 hours to get those next 12 points, though.
True, true. There can be diminishing returns. Yeah.
uh,
Last thing I would say, why are you doing a 2-year master's program if you're going to go to law school? I don't know that that master's program is actually doing anything for you. So one thing to consider would be, if that's taxing to you, if that's preventing you from LSAT studying, just look closely, especially if you're paying tuition for it, look
mhm.
closely at that master's program and determine whether it's something that you actually need for your desired legal career. Because the JD, that terminal degree does tend to just trump um, previous degrees, especially master's programs. And I can shit on master's programs because I have two of them, which I got, kind of misguidedly before I ended up getting my JD. But if I was going to practice law, my two masters would have done nothing for me. The JD is that's what qualifies you to sit for the bar exam and be a barred attorney. So,
Right.
and that's all you need. You don't need any of these other degrees to certify you for that. So, just something to consider, to Marvin.
Thanks for writing into Marvin. Email daily at lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.